What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rated Excellent. My name's Exy, and if you found this podcast, then you've stumbled onto my corner of the internet where I talk about video games, film, movies, whatever the fuck I feel like. And today is just kind of going to be like a what's been going on behind the scenes type update. So first things first, this could very well be the last episode that I record with my current audio setup. I've actually got a new mic arm and a couple of other things that should actually be arriving this afternoon. The mic arm that I'm currently using, it's probably the better part of 7 to 8 years old, and it's not quite as sturdy as it once was. Anytime I move it to make adjustments, you've probably heard some squeaks here and there get picked up over the microphone. It occasionally just starts drooping down and I have to raise it back up, so that can cause some volume fluctuations. But all that should be solved here in, honestly, another few hours, provided that the delivery actually makes it today. And then probably, I don't know, in another 3 or 4 weeks, I'm probably going to be looking at upgrading my actual mic. Again, this microphone, it's probably about the same age as the mic arm. This is it might be a little younger. This is not the original TOC mic, but this was like our version 2.0 upgrade microphone. And it's been a really good microphone. It's just, honestly, the only problem that I have with it at the moment is the directional input that it has. So the actual audio pickup microphone part is it's not located like at the tip of the mic like most microphones are. It's actually on the side, so it takes up a lot of visual real estate. Like, even when I'm doing Let's Plays and stuff, it blocks at least a corner of the screen, typically. Like Halo, for example. I can't see my radar at all, because that's where the microphone is taken up. But yeah, mic arm and a couple other things to go with that should be coming today, and that should make recording everything. This, Let's Plays, all that. It should make it a whole lot smoother, sound better, and then upgrade the mic later on. Should be sounding pretty good by the first of the year. Let's see, what else? Oh, on the YouTube channel, Rated Excellent, last week, or earlier this week, at some point within the last 7 days, I have finally moved all of the old Triforce of Chaos videos over to the Triforce of Chaos Archives YouTube channel, and they are completely deleted from the Rated Excellent channel. Not just unlisted or privated, they are deleted. So in doing that, all the likes, all the comments, all the view counts, all that is completely erased from the channel. So essentially, other than the subscriber count, I have essentially reset that channel back to the very first video that I put up after TOC parted ways. But with that, there are, I think it's like 750, 760 videos up on that archive channel that is still really good content. I mean, there's some flops in there, but there's some really good content in there. And I do kind of have plans to definitely organize it a little bit better. Like, I'm gonna make individual series playlists. Right now it's just all in a from start to end playlist, which is every video in the order that it was originally uploaded. All the thumbnails are copied over, all the original descriptions minus certain links that are no longer valid or information that is no longer necessary. For example, like when Nintendo did that thing where you had to be a Nintendo partner to post Nintendo stuff, and you had to put in that I have a license from Nintendo, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. I didn't include that in that stuff anymore because it's no longer necessary. But yeah, just scrolling through, we've got, I mean, the one that launched it all, the top 5 games countdown, which I rewatched and kind of did like an updated version of at least my games a couple episodes ago here on the podcast. And then the very next video after that was what actually eventually evolved into Talking Points, was like a mini vlog from Aaron. And we got Minecraft Let's Plays, good old Fort Sugartude, Banjo-Kazooie. I'm pretty much just going to probably spend the rest of this episode just kind of scrolling through and talking about any highlights that I see. What? Oh, yeah, well, we tried to do a video podcast weekly. I think that lasted like 5 weeks. Here we are. Week 3, we already fucking changed the name. That's where it's going downhill. Oh, Duke Nukem. So, Game Talk was probably, it had a lot more potential than what we did with it. This was supposed to be like very OG Super Beard Brothers type content, but it just didn't hit. The TOC Storytime series, that was good. Game Night, well, Game Night was a thing. Talking Points became a thing by like week 4. Oh my god. So like probably within the first 30 videos, we were already talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And this was actually moved over to the archive channel 5 years ago. 5 years ago. It was on the original channel like 10 years ago, and we're just now getting the fucking movie. That's insane. I'm getting a raging clue. Oh, we did our first, probably May the 4th, Star Wars special on Talking Points. Aptly titled, Fuck Disney. Yeah, we did a lot of fucking videos just in Minecraft and Saints Row. Oh, Satoru Iwata passed away. That was pretty fucked up. That Halo show that I never got off of the road. I'll talk about all these more in detail in a future episode. Just, oh hey, I believe this right here, is a Donkey Kong Country. Nope. Final Fantasy VII. I believe that was the first live stream we did, and not only was that the first live stream we did, but that was when like live streaming still wasn't really a big thing. Like, not everybody was doing it back then. And I think if I remember correctly, when you started being able to live stream on YouTube, only certain creators were like in that beta that could do it right away. And then we did our Pokemon Leaf Green Let's Play. And one of our first live actions, a putt-putt adventure. Loot crate stuff. Oh. When we went to Soda City Comic Con. That was a good weekend. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to organize this stuff into some better playlist. Our first Extra Life, 2015. And definitely go back and, like, talk about these in detail. Because, yeah, the videos are up there, but there's so much stuff that was, like, behind the scenes and things that led to certain videos no longer happening that I feel would be good information to share. But, of course, I'll do it in a way where it's in no way, like, reflecting negatively upon some parties involved. Oh, probably the series that I, myself, am most proud of is a series called Fetch Quest. It only lasted 10 episodes. It was probably our most resource-heavy show because it combined live action and gameplay. It was all improv from one party, and the other person like had objectives that had to be done. It was a very think quick on your feet type thing too, because it was also timed. Yeah, I'm probably the most proud of that show. That's also where I learned to do like multicam editing. Being able to switch back and forth from live action to the gameplay pretty much instantaneously during editing. We go through our Mario All-Stars saga. It's apparently where Newsquick started really taking off. I mean, we got like a Newsquick almost every day, it looks like. All kinds of stuff. Trailer analysis. Super Meat Boy. Another countdown. Waiting for the rest of it to load. Oh, the fucking Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough. That... Honestly, that one is probably where the beginning of the end actually started. But that'll definitely be a story for a different day. Left 4 Dead 2 playthrough. Mario 64. Alright, we gotta be coming to the end here now that we've gotten to Mario 64. There's a Deadpool. Some more Star Wars Day stuff. That's the end of Fetch Quest. Oh, it lasted 15 episodes. My bad. I thought it was only 10. It went 15. Yeah, this is when we started doing like double daily episodes. So like there'd be an episode of like Mario 64 in the morning and an episode of Deadpool in the evening. And now here we are, definitely in the end. We've got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time starting up and Halo Reach. Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer analysis. Damn. Bunch more news quicks. Some E3 information. Waiting on the rest to load. There's the end of Halo Reach. And we went into Halo 1. It's like Meat Boy and Broforce coming to an end. And then Halo just stopped and we just started pushing out the rest of Legend of Zelda. So a lot of this stuff was filmed way ahead of time. And as I recall, we actually finished Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time probably about 3 weeks before Low Country Gigatoshu Con 2016 happened. That was our last filming session. So, like I said, it was either 2 or 3 weeks where we did not... Like, it was essentially already done by then. Well, no, I guess I lied. We did get together and film in-person talking points the week before Gigatoshu Con. But as far as gameplay recordings goes, that was it. So we did that talking points, and then the following Saturday was Low Country Gigatoshu Con, and then after GigatoshCon, that was it. We did not record together again until, I think it was maybe... So I think I did Talking Points solo that Sunday after GigatoshCon. And then I think that following Tuesday, we recorded the last Triforce of Chaos video ever, Sorta, over Skype or Zoom or something like that. And that was it. We did not do any other content creation together until, I don't know, probably like a year later. I was part of another group shortly that was actually kind of tied in with GigatoshCon, where we did a collaboration with Aaron, doing a fucking surströmming opening and taste test, and that was... The afternoon was fun, but that surströmming, whoa, that shit was gnarly. But yeah, there's a lot of fucking videos in here that went up really quickly, and we had no idea what we were doing. I was learning new things pretty much every week, every recording. But yeah, I will definitely need, just for probably my own closure, I will need to go into some more detail about some of this stuff. But if you're not familiar, Triforce of Chaos was a channel that I started with my school best friend Aaron, which we're no longer creating together. We're no longer really even in the same circles. There's no bad blood. We just went down two different paths of life. But yeah, started the channel, brought him on board, and this was like at the same time that the Super Beard Brothers and the Super Gaming Brothers and Game Grumps, all that was like really kicking off. Like I think even Achievement Hunter was like relatively still kind of young. They were probably like year 1, year 2 at this point. Probably not much farther than that, but we uploaded our first video, which was that countdown, on February 9th, 2015, and we did the last Talking Point, or last TOC video ever, that went up on August 1st, 2016. So in roughly 18 months, we put up, according to this count, 759 videos. I think there might be one video that was like completely lost, like it accidentally got deleted and neither one of us had a copy of the raw footage anymore, and it's just completely lost. But honestly, I couldn't tell you what that video was even about or anything like that, whether it was gameplay, if it was news quick, I have no idea. But yes, the TOC archives are pretty much complete now. I do have a completely unaired gameplay that we tried to record an episode of Resident Evil Remake, and we just could not get it off the ground. I still have that footage, and I know I had said, like, when I started doing this archive channel, I don't know if I ever announced it, like, publicly, or if I just said it to myself, but once everything was moved over and settled, that I would edit that video and upload it as, like, the actual final TOC video, even though it was recorded probably 2 months before we parted ways. I think we tried to record this one before we tried to record Legend of Zelda. But yeah, I'm still planning to do that. Like I said, I've got the footage. I've also got like 2 episodes of a really, really, really old audio show that we used to do, like when podcasting was first becoming a thing, where you still had to download them and upload them to your Apple iPod. Before that, it was just internet audio files. So I've got 2 episodes of that, but I don't know if I'm going to put those up, honestly. I guess call it a fucking conscience. But yeah, I think that's all I've got for this episode. This is just kind of like this is what's been going on, and just kind of wanted to talk type episode. And I definitely do want to revisit a lot of the TOC stuff, because there's a lot of funny stories in there. There's a lot of, I never knew that stories, and there's a lot of, wow, that's really fucked up stories. That, like I said, for my own closure, I just need to get it out there. So we'll probably visit that probably after the first of the year, when things calm down in my regular 9 to 5 job, because we're about to hit our busy season with Christmas not too far around the corner, and I don't really need to get into like a deep dive set of episodes, because that's going to have to be more than one episode. That might be like a little series, or I might do like TOC stories part 1 and then do something else the next week, and then part 2 and do something else, and so on and so on. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out when I get there. But in the meantime, this has been Rated Excellent. If you like it, give us a follow, share with some people. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We're also available on pretty much every podcast service you can think of now. And probably will be very rare, but hey, I might stream on Twitch from time to time too. That would be cool. Anyway, let's stop.